First Date Follow-Up. Powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Online at advocateslaw.com.
Lucy is on the phone today for a first date follow-up, and she's getting ghosted by a guy named Brandon. So in a few minutes, we're going to call him and see if he'll tell us why he's ghosting her and maybe get her another date. But first, Lucy, how long has it been since you heard from Brandon?
It's been 2 weeks.
Ooh. 2 weeks, okay.
Have you reached out to him? Did you try?
Yeah, I did. I invited him to a game of skee ball, but he didn't respond.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, let's see if we can figure it out. Want to tell us about the date and how you guys met?
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes. I met Brendan on the app.
Mm-hmm.
We talked briefly back and forth, good chemistry before deciding to meet up at a local bar by us. We both like to play pool. We're both good at it. So, yeah, it was kind of fun. It was like a hot challenge to build some flirty chemistry, and we definitely did. We turned it into this drinking game, and anytime one of us missed a shot, we would drink.
You said you guys are good, so did you end up drinking a lot? Like, you know, for people who aren't good at it, like me, I would get hammered.
Same.
Yeah, you could say that. We got a little handsy, not in like a gross way, you know, but we played a few games.
Okay.
We danced around, talked, we kissed each other, we shared an Uber home. It was a good time. It was definitely a good time.
You shared an Uber home, so like y'all went home together?
So he made sure that I got home first.
Oh, that's nice.
He's
Okay.
definitely a gentleman. Yeah, he took good care of me. He was not like the other guys I've dated.
Did he try?
No, he didn't. He was such a gentleman. I mean, we had a great kiss in the car, but then when it was time to go home, he said goodnight and didn't even try.
That's refreshing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, as you can imagine, I was pretty excited to see him again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, why do you think you're getting ghosted then?
I don't know. I did have this one moment where I kind of freaked out a little bit. Not on him, but we were like having a little moment in the corner, and this drunk girl walked by and bumped into me, and she made me spill my beer all over my brand new top.
Okay.
So I kind of freaked out a little bit on her. I snapped, but I like dialed it back before I went too far. I apologized to Brandon.
Describe snap, like start throwing chairs. Or like,
Was it like, hey, girl, do you know you just did that? Or was it like, roar, you know, snapping?
Yeah, I would say like a verbal, like what the, you know, and just kind of, I don't know. I have been more becoming in the past, but I don't know. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and I totally apologize to Brandon for doing it. That girl was definitely a mess. Like, she was not innocent, you know?
okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid that he was just like being polite in the moment and saying it was fine, and maybe I might have turned him off from it. It's not normal for me to do that, but when someone deserves it, you know,
Okay.
I'm only human, but I want him to know that I'm not going to just freak out on him randomly like that, you know?
Okay.
Right. Would that turn you off, Jubal?
It depends how it was. Yeah, I think it might turn me off now, but past me would have loved it.
What?
Yeah, especially if you turn around and freaked out on me, I'd be like, whoa,
Oh, my
she's hot.
Oh, no.
Thankfully, I've learned my lesson with that, though. But so it might be a little bit much, so we'll see. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and see if he'll tell us why he's ghosting you and maybe get you another date, okay?
Okay, thanks, y'all.
All right, play a song, come back. Get your first date follow-up next.
Hi, Kyle. Could you draw up a quick document with the basic business plan, just one page, as a Google Doc, and send me the link? Thanks.
Hey, just finished drawing up that quick one-page business plan for you. Here's the link.
But there was no link. There was no business plan. It's not his fault. I hadn't programmed Kyle to be able to do that yet. My name is Evan Ratliff. I decided to create Kyle, my AI co-founder, after hearing a lot of stuff like this from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman.
There's this betting pool for the first year that there's a one-person billion-dollar company, which would have been like unimaginable without AI, and now will happen.
I got to thinking, could I be that one person? I'd made AI agents before for my award-winning podcast, Shell Game. This season on Shell Game, I'm trying to build a real company with a real product run by fake people.
Oh, hey, Evan. Good to have you join us. I found some really interesting data on adoption rates for AI agents in small to medium businesses.
Listen to Shell Game on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
On the podcast Health Stuff, we are tackling all the health questions that keep you up at night.
Yes, I'm Dr. Priyanka Wali, a double board certified physician.
And I'm Hari Kondabolu, a comedian and someone who once Googled, "Do I have scurvy?" at 3 a.m.
On Health Stuff, we're talking about health in a different way.
It's not only about what we can do to improve our health,
but also what our health says about us and the way we're living.
Like our episode where we look at diabetes.
In the United States, 50% of Americans are pre-diabetic.
How preventable is type 2?
Extremely. Or our in-depth analysis of how incredible mangoes are.
Oh, it's hard to explain to the rest of the world that your mangoes are fine because mangoes are incredible, but you don't even know.
You don't know. You don't know. It's going to be a fun ride, so tune in.
Listen to Health Stuff on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The forces shaping the world's economies and financial markets can be hard to spot.
Even though they're such a powerful player in finance, you wouldn't really know that you are interacting with them.
And even harder to understand.
Donald Trump's trade war 2.0 is only accelerating the process of de-dollarization, which in a way is jargon for people turning away from the dollar.
That is where the Big Take from Bloomberg podcast comes in, to connect the dots.
How unusual is a deal like this?
Unprecedented. Every weekday afternoon, we dive deep into one big global business story.
The biggest story of the reaction of the oil market to the conflict in the Middle East is one of what has not happened.
Katie, you told me that ETFs are your favorite thing.
They are.
Explain that. Why is that the case? And unpack what it means for you.
Our breakfast foods are consistent consumer staples, and so they sort of become outsized indicators of inflation.
Listen to The Big Take from Bloomberg News every weekday afternoon on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're just joining us for today's first date follow-up, Lucy is on the phone and she's getting ghosted by a guy named Brandon. So in a second, we're going to get him on the phone and see if he'll tell us why he's ghosting her. But first, Lucy, why don't you catch us up on your situation?
So basically, I went out with this guy. He was super hot, super cool. We had a good time, great chemistry. I may have snapped when a girl dropped her beer on me, and I'm just worried that maybe I might have scared him off from that. But I want him to know that that's not who I am. I would not just randomly do that to him.
Right.
Okay.
That sucks.
Are you ready for us to call him?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Brandon, please?
Yeah, this is Brandon.
Brandon, how are you? My name is Jubal. I'm calling from a radio show. It's called The Jubal Show.
Hi, Brandon. This is Nina. I'm also on the show.
Hi, and I'm Victoria.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
What? It's a radio show?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And we're calling you because we do a segment that's called the first date follow-up. That's where if you go on a date with somebody and you ghost them, that person can email us to get you on the phone and ask why you're ghosting. So we got an email about you from somebody.
Okay.
Do you know?
This ought to be good.
Yeah, we think so too.
Yeah. Who do you think would email us and say that you're ghosting them?
I don't know. You tell me. It could be a couple of people, but.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Well, this is about to get really good then, Brandon.
Her name is Lucy.
Oh. Yeah, Lucy. I remember her.
Okay. Do you remember liking Lucy? Do you remember going on a date with her?
Oh, yeah. We had a great time, man. That girl is hot. Smoking. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay. So then what's the deal? If she's so bomb, why are you gone?
She's sneaky, man. She's sneaky.
What?
She's sneaky?
Nah, she's sneaky. She pulled some stuff on a date, man, that was just not cool.
Like what?
Well, we went out, we had a great time, and, it ended up where we were in a bar having a good time. We staked out our little corner, and we were actually relating to each other pretty well, touchy-feely, kissy-kissy.
Okay.
I was into her, she was into me, I thought. And then some random dude walks up to her out of nowhere, and he's like, what's up, Lucy? I'm like, who is this clown? And she's like having small talk with him. She turns her back to me and like almost starts arguing with this guy. Doesn't introduce me, doesn't tell me what's going on. And I'm like, what is the deal here? What is she hiding something? She's smiling and flirting and all this stuff with this guy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wasn't she just kissing me? Then, it gets worse. We start playing pool. All of a sudden, she sees a group of people, I guess, over on the other side of the room with this guy. She walks over to him and just starts hanging out with him like she came to the bar with them. I'm like, we just got done kissing, petting in the corner, and now you're over here with a whole nother group? What the hell is going on?
Did you ask her?
Yeah. And she apologized, and she's like, it's just somebody I used to hang out with. It's no big deal. But it just sounded weird, and the whole thing just didn't feel right. She was way too mysterious, and, I was waiting for her to even take me over there and introduce me to these people, but it didn't happen. I wasn't even upset about that. I mean, things happen. But she was gone like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, that's a good amount.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, she's hugging and laughing with these people with her back turned, like she's trying to block me out. I'm like, sounds sneaky, reminded me of an ex. I checked out.
Well,
okay.
Thank you for telling us. And now I'll let you know that Lucy is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's okay. Just clear some stuff up for both of you guys,
Lucy?
Hey, yeah. Hi, Brandon.
What's up, L-Dog?
Did he call you L-Dog?
Okay. Oh, my God. Yeah.
I can't believe you left me standing there at the table.
Okay, one, I don't think I was gone for that long. And two, that was so unbelievably awkward for me. I did not think that these people were going to show up there. These are people that I know, and I'm trying to kind of fizzle out. And so it was super awkward for me, and I did not want to introduce you to these people. I didn't want to mix that,
I understand what you're saying. It's just that the only true part about what you just said is you didn't think, because you didn't take me into consideration at all. You left me hanging. And I mean, I just watched you have a beer poured all over you. Obviously, I'm kind of into you if I'm still sticking around.
Okay. I mean, I definitely did not think it was a big deal. We were just talking. I mean, if you hadn't seen some people that you knew and you were talking to them, I wouldn't be so sensitive about it.
Well, let's flip the script. Let's say that I take you out and I leave you somewhere and I go to talk to a bunch of girls that I know. And then I come back and say, hey, it's no big deal. These are just some girls that I know. How would you feel about that?
If I'm being completely transparent and honest with you, that guy was my ex.
Oh.
And I really don't think that there was any world where you two needed to be talking and meeting each other and whatever. And so with all of our old friends there, it was weird for me and awkward. And so I wanted to just kind of be what's up, but also not mix y'all together. I'm trying to fizzle that out. I'm trying to get away from that. I think that you're a great guy.
I've ever heard in my life.
I really like you, and I did not at all want you involved in that.
It just sounds sneaky, and you want to talk about being uncomfortable? I'm on the radio!
But she's telling you the truth, or her truth.
Oh, my God. I'm on the radio. What if your guy is listening to this? He's going to kind of have an idea.
Well, I guess he knows that I'm not interested anymore then.
I'm just saying the whole thing sounded shady to me. That was why I ghosted you. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm just kind of confused. Where do we go from here?
Well, let's flip it again, Brandon. What if your ex-girlfriend showed up and you were with Lucy? What do you do?
Introduce them.
Do you?
You would introduce them?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would.
Yeah. It's my ex-girlfriend. The way Lucy looks, if you met my ex-girlfriend, I would definitely introduce him. Definitely
I don't know, man.
Lucy
I definitely used to be a different person. I did not want those stories like coming to you. I would much rather just like ease into this thing with you.
Brandon, would you like to go on another date with Lucy? We'll pay for it.
I mean, it's just funny that you think I couldn't handle that. So in a public situation, you just decided that, nah, I couldn't handle it. I'm going to ease into it. I don't know. You know what? Anybody can make a mistake. Let's do it.
Okay, great.
Okay.
You got another date, Lucy?
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. How about we go somewhere and not bump into your ex?
You know what? That sounds like a plan to me. Please.
Jubal's first date follow-up.
Hi, Kyle. Could you draw up a quick document with the basic business plan, just one page, as a Google Doc, and send me the link? Thanks.
Hey, just finished drawing up that quick one-page business plan for you. Here's the link.
But there was no link. There was no business plan. I hadn't programmed Kyle to be able to do that yet. I'm Evan Ratliff, here with a story of entrepreneurship in the AI age. Listen as I attempt to build a real startup run by fake people. Check out the second season of my podcast, Shell Game, on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
On this week's episode of Next Chapter, I, T.D. Jakes, sit down with Denzel Washington, a two-time Academy Award-winning actor and cultural icon, for a conversation about change, identity, and the moment everything shifted.
I mean, I don't take any credit for it. It's nothing I did as special, you know. Been knocked down a few pegs and recognized it, but I just didn't put me first. I just put God first, and He's carried me.
Whether you're rebuilding, reimagining, or just trying to hold it together, this one will speak to you. Listen to the Next Chapter podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes drop weekly. Don't miss one of them.
On the podcast Health Stuff, we are tackling all the health questions that keep you up at night.
I'm Dr. Priyanka Wali, a double board certified physician.
And I'm Hari Kondabolu, a comedian and someone who once Googled, "Do I have scurvy?" at 3 a.m. And on our show, we're talking about health in a different way, like our episode where we look at diabetes.
In the United States, 50% of Americans are pre-diabetic.
How preventable is type 2?
Extremely. Listen to Health Stuff on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Big Take podcast from Bloomberg News keeps you on top of the biggest stories of the day.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day.
Stories that move markets.
Chair Powell opened the door to this first interest rate cut.
Impact politics. Change businesses.
This is a really stunning development for the AI world.
And how you think about your bottom line. Listen to The Big Take from Bloomberg News every weekday afternoon on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Robert Smith, and this is Jacob Goldstein, and we used to host a show called Planet Money.
And now we're back making this new podcast called Business History, about the best ideas and people and businesses in history.
And some of the worst people, horrible ideas, and destructive companies in the history of business.
First episode, how Southwest Airlines used cheap seats and free whiskey to fight its way into the airline business.
The most Texas story ever.
Listen to Business History on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A lot of times when you go out on a date, you're just hoping to get through it. Like, you want it to be good, but you also want to make it to the end with nothing bad happening or no awkward moments so that maybe you can go on a second date.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the guy on the phone for a second date update today, his name is Aiden. Aiden met a beautiful girl, asked her out. They went for dinner. Food was good, good conversation. Awesome. He made it almost to the end, and at dessert, his world came crashing down.
Oh, no,
and his
Aiden.
date unraveled.
Oh,
You'll
no.
hear his story right now and find out what happened in just a second. But first, Aiden, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Good. So tell us a little bit about the girl that you want us to call today. How did you meet her?
It was one of those nights when you go out and you're not looking for anything, and sure enough, that's when your world just, changes. I was I was just at a bar with a couple of friends, just having a good time. Meeting a woman was the last thing on my mind. And then this girl comes walking into the bar, and everything just went slow motion except for her. And
Whoa.
she was, yeah.
Are you like typically this romantic of a man?
Not at all. I'm usually a real jerk.
Okay.
This is something new.
Yeah, this was like one of those things that all your friends who are in love tell you about, and you're like, "No, you guys are idiots." And it just had never happened to me until that night. And I'm not an overly confident guy when it comes to the ladies, but it was one of those things. She walked by me the first time, and I was just so taken aback, and it just popped into my head. I'm like, you know what? Everything else be damned. I have to find a way to meet this woman.
So what did you say to her? How'd you approach her then if you were nervous?
After the world stopped spinning and everything, I just kind of pulled myself together, and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna walk up while she's with 8 women. So probably about 5-10 minutes go by, and she just takes a walk to the bathroom, and just when she's on the way,
You followed her into the bathroom. Good work. That's the best way to do it. Yeah.
I will say it does sound like you're going from like totally swoon-worthy to a little bit clingy.
No, I've never had luck when it's like 8 women and me, and I walk up. So just when she came walking by the bar area that I was at, I just said, excuse me. And I had all these great smooth things I wanted to say in my head, and instead it came out sounding so cheesy. It was just, hey, how does it feel to be the most beautiful woman in the room? And she just kind of looked at me, laughed, paused for a minute, and then just walked right on by me.
Yeah, I'd keep walking too. That is so cheesy.
Sounds like a fairy tale meeting to me.
Yeah, I froze. I don't know why. I had so many other original things to say, and I went with that.
It sounds like you,
sweetheart, how's it feel to be the most beautiful woman in this room?
Well, yeah, when you say it, it sounds creepy. Yeah, but,
That's how I picture you saying it. Also, like holding out like a little gun with your hand, like, yeah. You go ahead and move along to the bathroom and think about what Daddy just told you.
How did you come back from that and convince her to go out with you?
I think after I went outside and smacked myself in the head a couple of times and called myself stupid, I went back inside. I walked over to her. I'm like, look, about what I said earlier, I know it came off as cheesy and a line, but I meant it. And she just looked at me and she smiled and she's like, you're very sweet. I'm like, well, thanks. And I never do this, but if you allow me to, I would love to take you out to dinner. And we exchanged numbers, and that's all that happened that night.
So tell us about dinner then. How was that?
I got there early and got the table, and when she came walking in, it was the same thing all over again. Man, she just took the attention of everybody in the room. This girl, she doesn't have a bad side. She's amazing. And the thing that caught me is the night I saw her at the bar, she was just wearing like jeans and a top. And this night she was wearing a dress. And I don't know how else to explain it other than there's some women that can wear a dress, and then there's some women that just wear a dress. And when she walked in wearing a dress.
She was wearing that dress.
That dress
all the way on her body. Nice.
Oh, my God. I'm pretty positive some other guys in the restaurant got in trouble with their wives and girlfriends that night because there wasn't a head that did not turn when she went by.
Okay, so, but how was actually, like, dinner with her when you guys were sitting down talking and everything? Was it good? Did she seem interested in you?
It turned out we had a lot of similar interests, and what's really funny is you wouldn't know it to look at her. She's so beautiful and mild, but she's like tomboy through and through. So just awesome. I mean, beautiful girl, into sports, and not just like, oh, I like watching sports because my boyfriend likes watching it. Like, we were just going back and forth. Like, the whole time in my head I was going, there was something that night at the bar that told me to talk to her, and this was it. It was like I was meant to be hanging out with this woman.
So the whole time with her was awesome. Obviously, you liked it a lot. She seemed to be having a good time. Tell us about what happened when dessert came.
Well, when dessert came, we got like the triple layered chocolate cake killer thing. And it comes out and they put it in the center table, and we're just both sitting there picking at it with our forks. And the check came, and I went to pulled my wallet out, and I guess I had been out like the night before. I didn't put my credit card back in the normal place. So at first I was freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, great, perfect first date, and now I can't. But so I'm digging through my wallet looking for it, and I found it. But just as I found it, all the cards, all the business cards come flying out, dumping onto the table, and then right into the what's remaining of our chocolate cake, a condom goes flying into the cake.
Yeah.
No way.
How
Hey,
awkward timing.
now that we had this dessert, you know what would go better with it? Some latex. What do you think, lady? Go back to my pad?
I just saw my whole world come crashing inward.
What was her reaction when she saw a condom in the dessert?
She just stared at it for a second, looked at me and said, well then, and kind of cocked her head. And then it was just horrific frozen face, and then she just busted out laughing.
Okay, so she seemed to take it pretty cool.
Yeah, we both started laughing. It was like that awkward. It was that moment where I'm like, do I pull the condom out of the kit? Because obviously I don't want to be the guy. It's got chocolate on now. Do I put that back in my... It became a thing. I hope she didn't think I was carrying it around for a reason. Like, I hope she wasn't thinking, oh, he was expecting to get something, tonight. It was just in there. It had been in there for a long time. To be honest, I totally forgot it was in there.
If you feel like everything went cool after the whole condom debacle, why did you put in your email that you think that's the reason she might not be calling you back?
Well, that's the only thing I can think that went wrong.
Okay.
When it comes down to it, that is the only thing that whole night that could have possibly caused the total 180 on, returning calls and talking with me.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
I'd appreciate it.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, Aiden is on the phone. Today he wants to call a girl named Summer. He had something very, very, very awkward happen on his first date. At the end of the date, when he was trying to pay, he was looking through his wallet because he couldn't find his debit card, and he accidentally spilled some stuff on the table, and a condom fell out of his wallet and into the dessert. Now, normally I would say that this is like the most awkward thing I've ever heard on a date, but we've been doing these second date updates for so long now that I'm like,
That's how I feel too. Oh my
not
God.
really that bad, actually, compared to some of the other stuff we've heard. So at least there's that, Aiden. So he thinks that he might not be getting a call back because she saw the condom and was like, oh, he's expecting to be getting some. Or, oh, he was trying to give me a little hint by dropping it in my dessert. Like, hey, that was sweet. This is going to be sweeter. Something like that. Any last words before we make the phone call?
Talking with you guys just made me feel really optimistic about it because after I ran it all through, I'm like, yeah, no, why wouldn't she call me back? We had a great time.
All right, cool. I'm going to dial the phone number right now and get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Summer there?
Yeah, this is her. Who is this?
Hey, Summer, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hey,
Summer.
I'm calling you today because one of our listeners emailed us about you and asked if I could get you on the phone to ask you a few questions.
Who emailed you?
His name is Aiden, and you went out on a date with Aiden not too long ago. He asked if we could get you on the phone somehow and find out why you're not calling him back.
This is kind of weird.
I know. It's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date Update. Do you mind telling us why you don't want to call Aiden back?
I don't think that's a good idea. Aiden's a really, really sweet guy.
Okay. There's got to be some issue if he's a really sweet guy and you don't want to see him again.
I mean, I don't want to hurt his feelings, I don't know. I don't feel right about it.
I think you're hurting his feelings right now by not calling him back with no reason. Yeah. Can you give me some sort of information so I can at least tell him?
I think he should understand why.
Was it the condom in your dessert?
Just saying that is awesome.
Oh my God, he told you that?
Yeah, he did. Well, he told us because he feels like that's why you're not calling him back. He said it was an accident, but he thinks you might have assumed that he thought the evening was going to end up with him using the chocolate-covered condom.
Well, that was just one of the things that he did.
Okay, well, what else did he do then? Like, he knows that he messed up, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's a super romantic guy, and he's so sweet, and he's so kind, but it's almost like he doesn't understand the line between romantic and creepy.
Oh, I could see that totally. Like, even just him explaining your date, he's a lot.
It's flattering to a point, but he went, he'd give me a compliment, but he just went way over that.
Like, he just kept complimenting you too much?
Yeah, like at dinner, he couldn't stop talking about how my dress was clinging to my body.
All right. Maybe he was trying to compliment the dress and it just came out the wrong way. I've done that before.
Yeah, but then he started talking about how my walk is so graceful. Where did I learn such a graceful walk and how to sway like that?
Okay. So he's just pouring it on thick.
Like way too thick.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could chalk that up to him being nervous. And
Yeah, I understand, but it made me uncomfortable. Like, I was really uncomfortable during the whole date.
Was it that bad, really?
When we sat down at the table, he leaned in and said the instant he saw me, he became aroused.
What?
Whoa.
Aroused? He used the word aroused.
He said aroused.
Wow. That, again, like I said, maybe he just chose the wrong way to describe it.
Oh, that word's so icky.
I mean, he was just way too forward. And then when the condom fell in the dessert, it was like the cherry on top of the weird date cake.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about anything else besides how beautiful and arousing you are?
I mean, a little bit. I try to steer the conversation towards sports. I thought maybe that would stop him and, get him to start thinking about something else.
And he'd just be like, hey, what time is it? And you're like, I don't know. It's high noon on my sundial because I'm thinking you are a hot lady. That's just pretty much how it was. Everything came back to...
You were so creepy.
Everything came back to him just perving out over you, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. The whole date went, just like that.
Oh my God, I'm dying over that.
That is, that's understandable then. I can see how that would be kind of weird if somebody just wouldn't, to sit down and somebody just tell you they're aroused right away.
Yeah, that's strange. Did you like anything about the date at all?
He is really nice. I can tell, just deep down, he's a really good person, and I don't think he needs to be creepy. Mm-hmm. But somebody just needs to sit him down and tell him, where the line is between romantic and creepy.
Why don't you do it? Because he's actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Hi, Summer.
Oh, Aiden.
I was trying to compliment you. Creepy?
Oh my God!
Really, I was just trying to give you compliments.
You could just tell a girl that she looks nice and leave it at that.
Look nice. I told you look nice. I told you were gorgeous.
You told me you were aroused.
Yeah, I was aroused, but I didn't mean it physically. God, no, I meant it my senses felt heightened around you.
Yeah, it's a bad choice of words, man.
Still feels like one sense.
You have to figure out a different way to phrase that. It just creeps a girl out.
Summer, you are the most beautiful woman I've ever met. You literally make me tingle. My whole body just trembles when I'm close to you.
Oh my God.
That's something you don't need to tell a girl. That's not what you say on a first date.
Aiden, you just met her. You don't know that much about her. How can you say she's all of these things?
I just wanted her to know how good she was making me feel. It was like being on a drug when I was around her, and I felt like she had the right to know that.
Yeah, that drug was Viagra.
Yeah.
Well, it's all very flattering. It's a lot for somebody to take in. It's like you're more worshiping me than actually being on the date. It just gets a little bit creepy.
I'm sorry if you felt like I was saying too much, but I'm not going to say I'm sorry for telling you were beautiful. You're beautiful, and you deserve to be told that. That's just how it is.
See, that's sweet.
But once is enough, though. And there's better ways of saying it than telling me you're aroused right when I sit down.
That's still so crazy.
Still sounds bad.
All right. I agree. Maybe I chose poorly. If I promise to tone it down, as you say, would you be willing to give me another chance?
Summer, would you like to go out with Aiden again? We'll pay for it.
I don't think that he is going to tone it down.
I think you should give him a second chance. I see the creepiness, but he's well-intentioned.
Yeah.
I promise. I was just really excited to be spending time with you.
He doesn't seem like a bad guy. He just needs to learn new words for being excited. And excited's not the right word to use, so don't use that one either. But I think that's it. Summer, would you go out with him again?
You promise me you won't talk about my body and how my dress looks and my beautiful eyes? You won't say any of those things?
I promise I'll try my best, but it's hard. It's hard.
Summer, will you do it? Just one more chance. What's the worst that could happen? You sit with a dude who tells you how awesome you are.
Yeah.
I mean, he is really sweet. I would give him one more chance.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
So excited.
Congratulations, Aiden. You got your second date.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And Summer,
So cute.
enjoy yourself. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. This whole thing was very arousing. So thank you for that.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I can't believe that we're doing this.
Okay.
I'm actually shocked.
That actually takes a lot, so I'm scared.
I can't believe the email that we got in to do a second date update today. Whoa. Over the last couple weeks on the show, we've had a couple of crazy exchanges with a woman who claimed that she wasn't lying to her husband when she didn't tell him about going out with her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, don't tell me the saga's continuing.
Yes, she's back on the phone with us today.
She hates us. She yells at us every time we talk to her.
You would think that she hates us, but apparently she wants to clear the air. Hello, Alicia.
Why do you have to be such a
How are we already
I'm not-
starting like this, Alicia?
Alicia, hold on. I need to refresh everybody's memory with what happened, okay? You first came on the show because an ex-boyfriend came back into your life and asked you out to dinner, and you weren't sure if you should tell your husband or not that you agreed to go out with him. He wanted to take you to...
No, I wasn't going to tell my husband, and
Right.
it wasn't a big deal
Okay.
until you guys made it a big deal.
Right. So you came on the show, asked us for our advice, and then your husband heard that on the show and then emailed us so that he could call you in an awkward Tuesday phone call. He got you on the phone, and then this happened.
I never should have called you guys in the first place. Never.
You know what, Alicia, you're actually right. Well, you never should have lied to your husband in the first place.
Yeah,
and
there
then
it
none
is.
of these phone calls...
Oh
Well,
my God.
So, Alicia, after being on the show, yelling at us twice, saying that we were horrible people, and then hanging up on us both times, why are you back on the show today?
Because after all the bullshit you guys put on the radio, and I don't know how you did all this editing to make me sound like a jerk, my friends and family are like, you're kind of a bad person. And I'm not a bad person. I'm calling to freaking set the record straight.
Alicia, you remember that you actually went out with your ex-boyfriend, lied to your husband, told him that you were going to see your girlfriends, and then...
I didn't lie. I just didn't tell him because I didn't want him to get upset. How many times do I have to tell you this?
So you're angry with us, and you want to come back on the show and just yell at us some more? Is that what's going on?
Well, I want to set the record straight. I want you to call the guy that I went out with, Brad, and because now my husband thinks something else happened. Because all of the crap that you put on the radio and you made me come off bad in your editing, now my husband is questioning whether or not I hooked up with this guy, which I absolutely did not. And I want you
Alicia.
to talk to Brad.
Okay, Alicia, we didn't edit those like crazy to make you sound, bad.
Whatever. I don't know. Look, I just know what reality TV does to people, and I'm pretty certain you do the same
All right.
thing.
So you want to do a second date update with the guy that you went out with.
No, see, this is why you're a dick. No, I'm not doing a second date update. It wasn't a date.
Okay, but the segment that we're doing right now is called a second date update.
Then I want to be on a different segment.
No, but this is where we can fit you on. Do you want to clear the air or not?
I want to clear the air, but it wasn't a friggin' date.
Okay.
Yeah, but remember, Alicia, you told us that your ex actually hit on you at the restaurant.
Yeah, maybe it was a date to him, but it wasn't a date to me.
Okay, so then we'll do it in a second date update. You get your point out no matter what.
This is just whatever.
Alicia, you'll get your point out no matter what, all right? So what do you want to do then? You want to call this guy, and what are you hoping to get out of it?
I'm not the bad person here.
Okay.
He's the one that was suggestive. He's the one that contacted me to begin with. And I'm the one that left when he started getting weirdly flirty. I need that to come out so everybody knows that I didn't freaking sleep with him.
Okay, so you want to just prove that you didn't do anything wrong while you're out with this guy, and you want everybody to hear it, everybody who's already judged you from hearing you on the air, your family, your husband, all that.
Right. I'm innocent.
Listen, this guy is to blame. Okay,
But do you
I am an innocent party.
Do you think that people are judging you because they think that you hooked up with your ex, or do you think that they're judging you because you weren't honest in your relationship and refused to take?
You guys made it seem like I wasn't honest. You guys made it seem like I was a liar. Okay, like what I said was taken out of context, and I don't know how you edited it to make me sound like an ass. But I'm not an ass.
But didn't you, like, to your husband's face, tell him that you were not going out with your ex, that you were going out with girlfriends? Wasn't that actually the case?
I didn't lie. I just didn't tell him. Okay. That's completely different.
So, in a second, we're going to play a song and then come back and call this dude that you went out with. We're going to call him. I want to talk to him a little bit and hear it from him that he hit on you and your side of the story is true, and then you can talk to him, okay?
I don't need to talk to him. I just need you to prove that I'm a good person.
Okay, I'll help prove that you're a good person and clear the air with everybody involved, everybody that you want to clear the air with, okay?
It's about time you did something right. Thank you.
Can you just not call me an ass for a second?
You really make it hard.
She does have a point.
All right.
I mean, that was the one thing I'll back her on.
Okay, I'm going to play a song. We'll come back, and then we'll call Brad is his name, right?
I f***ing said his name 57 times. God. Have you listened to the word I said?
Like, I'm sorry. I realize that you're angry with the show because you feel like we made you look bad.
No, I don't feel like that. I know you made me look bad.
All right, well, we made you look bad, so we'll play a song, come back, and then we'll get your second date update, okay?
It's not a second date.
I realize that, but the segment's called that, so I have to say that.
Just do it.
Okay, we'll do it next.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know what part of today's second date update that I'm looking most forward to? At the end of it, when I get to ask them if they'll go out on a second date.
That's so messed up,
Very,
dude.
very excited about that.
Now you're just trying to push her buttons.
Alicia, are you there?
The more that I think about this, I don't want to even do this phone call because you know what? You're going to make a big joke out of this.
I'm kidding.
Serious.
I'm just joking with you, Alicia. I'm going to let you.
Exactly. It's not funny.
All right. We're about to call your ex-boyfriend, Brad. If you're just tuning into the second date update, Alicia's on the phone with us. She's been on the show a few times before. All of those ended up with her being very, very angry with us. She's still angry with us, but
I can't imagine why.
she wants to come on the show and clear the air. She first came on because she was having an issue about going on a date with an ex-boyfriend, and she didn't want to tell.
No.
Well, going out to meet up with her ex-boyfriend and not telling her husband about it. And then her husband heard her talking about it on the show and did an awkward Tuesday phone call where he says, hey, I knew that you went out with your ex-boyfriend. You lied to me. And then Alicia got very upset because she was being accused of being a liar. That's accurate enough, right, Alicia?
Yes.
Okay.
For what? You got something right.
And now Alicia wants to call her ex-boyfriend, and I'll let you explain it, Alicia, because every time I do, you get angry with me. You want to call your ex-boyfriend because why?
Because my friends and family think I'm a liar, and now my husband thinks I hooked up with him, which I absolutely did not, and now you idiots have made a mountain out of a molehill, and I wanted to clear it up.
All right.
So have you talked to your ex since you guys went out?
No, I absolutely did not talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. He's a creepy pervert.
Okay. Alicia, I'm on your side here. I know you don't think I am, but I am on your side.
I don't believe that for 1 second, but thank you.
No, I am, Alicia.
Is.
I am on your side. If you feel like we wronged you and made you look bad, I'm all for you clearing things up with your husband and everybody else who thinks that you're a liar. I really am.
Great. So I expect you not to make me look like an ass in this call.
I won't. I'm going to talk to your ex-boyfriend and hopefully get him to say that he hit on you and you behaved perfectly.
Really, hopefully. That's the only thing he can say. That's the truth.
Okay, well, he'll say that, and then you can come on and talk to him.
I don't want to talk to him. I have no desire to talk to him.
Okay, you don't need to talk to him then. I'll talk to him, and then hopefully we'll be cool.
I don't think we'll ever be cool, but fine.
Okay. I'm going to call him right now then, all right?
Just let's settle this.
All right, fine. Okay. All right. I just want to like make things okay with this, you know?
You're not making anything okay.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Brad, please?
Yeah, this is Brad.
Hey, Brad, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, you can actually. We recently got an email about you from one of our listeners. It's an old friend of yours, and you guys recently went out to dinner.
All right. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's pretty okay. The reason I'm calling you, though, is because I want to help clear the air about something.
I'm sorry. I'm not really clear on what's going on here.
Well, it's about your ex-girlfriend, Alicia.
What does she want?
Well, we recently had her on the show, and she talked about how you guys went out to dinner.
She did?
Yeah. She was having kind of an issue because, she's married and stuff.
Well, yeah. I know she's married. Look, there's nothing. Don't worry about that, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
We're just friends.
But the reason I'm calling you is because we were telling her it sounded like a date, and it kind of caused a little bit of drama with her. So I told her that I'd get you on the phone and just sort of find out if everything was kosher when you guys went out.
I don't know what to say. We just met up. It wasn't like a big thing. It was just like old friends. Yeah, we dated a long time ago, but it was just good to see her again. It wasn't anything more than that.
So everything was cool? Nothing weird? Yeah. Nothing at all? Because I'll tell you this. She said that you hit on her.
She said that I hit on her?
Yeah, she said that she showed up to dinner and you guys were having dinner and then you started making inappropriate comments.
Okay.
And then she said she left after that.
That didn't happen. I didn't make any inappropriate comments. I mean, we were talking back and forth, but we ended dinner just as any, normal people would end dinner, and we both went our separate ways.
And you guys didn't hit on her at all?
No, look, I didn't hit on her. I might have flirted a little bit, but I mean, we were both kind of flirting with each other. I mean, we're exes. It was just kind of a casual thing, but, if anything, she was flirting way more than I was.
What? Are
really?
You kidding me? That is such bullshit.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, that's Alicia. She's actually on the other line listening.
It's hard to miss her.
Tell them how you said you wanted to take that stupid dress off.
Is this some kind of setup or something?
No, this is real life. My freaking family thinks I slept with you or something, and I need to prove to them that you're just an idiot, and I made a huge mistake by going out with you.
Oh my God. Okay, wait a second. You're the one that agreed to go on a date with me.
I didn't agree to go on a date with you. I agreed to go to dinner and catch up as old friends. I thought it was going to be completely innocent. I didn't know you were going to be a big pervert.
Well, pervert, I don't think that innocent is wearing that little dress that you wore to dinner.
Whoa. Dress that you asked me to wear. The dress that you said, I love that dress. You should totally wear it again.
Well, of course I love that dress. Your boobs were hanging out of it.
Oh, my gosh.
Why do you think I asked you to wear it?
You're so gross. You know that I had no intention.
I'm gross. You didn't have to come out with me, Alicia. You're married. It was your choice to come out after we talked about it. I asked you to go to our first date spot together. I think it was pretty obvious what we were doing.
Can you just hang up on him? He is obviously just talking in circles.
No, I don't think we should hang.
To hang up on me, Alicia.
I don't think we should hang up on him, Alicia. I think this is a very interesting conversation.
This is bullshit. You guys can't do this to me again.
Do what? We're not doing anything. He's the.
You're painting me in a bad light again.
No, how are we putting you in a bad light? He's just saying that what he was asking you on was a date.
Did you call him before you got me on the phone and coach him to say?
No.
Crazy?
Alicia, why would we coach him to say that?
Because that's how this crap works.
Alicia, honestly, listening to your guys' conversation has actually gotten me on your side. It sounds like you were literally just that stupid and naive and had no idea.
Okay, I'm stupid, please. Okay? You're looking in the mirror, honey.
I mean, I'm trying to side with you here. I don't get why Brad would ask you.
I don't need your sympathy.
Alicia, don't come off like you're naive. We knew what we were getting into. I mean, that entire dinner, you were giving off the vibe that you wanted to hook up.
Oh, what?
Not with you, I wasn't.
Brad, what did she say to give you the vibe that she wanted to hook up?
She told me that, I looked great, that she was, super excited to see me.
Brad, that all sounds pretty normal.
Yeah.
It does, actually.
Yeah, I would say that stuff to my grandma grandmother. Oh, my God, you look great. How are you?
No, that's not how it was at all. You grabbed my arm, and you were basically stroking my arm, telling me how great I looked and how much I've been working out.
We haven't seen each other in over 2 years. Yeah, it was nice to see you. I gave you a hug, and I put my hand on your arm. Really? Did that mean I was taking off my panties? I don't think so.
No, I'm not saying you were throwing yourself at me, but I'm just saying, we were talking.
But that's
and
what you're insinuating. That's what you were insinuating, that I was ready to jump in the sack with you.
You were. You were.
Guys, hang up on this ass. Please.
No.
Oh, my God.
Here, all right, Alicia, here. Brad clearly thought you were hitting on him, but Brad, bottom line, nothing happened when you guys went out.
Nothing happened, but she wanted to hook up.
There's no way in hell I would have ever hooked up with you.
All right.
I think she's pretty clear.
This is pretty classic, Alicia. Just to freak the out.
Really?
Oh, this is like a pattern here.
Oh, yeah. This is why we broke up
Don't
2
act
years
like
ago.
you know me inside and out, okay? We barely have spoken in years.
Well, first of all, I do know you inside and out, if that's where you want to go. But second of all,
whoa,
you're the one that's freaking out. It was just a dinner, and now you're on the radio talking about
Exactly. It was
like
just
a small
dinner,
thing.
But now you're insinuating that it was something more.
Yeah, but Alicia, we learned that nothing happened between you guys. So you got your mission accomplished.
It doesn't matter what the you think. I did this so my friends and family would think I wasn't lying, and now he's making it seem like I'm a hussy.
I'm pretty sure your friends and family already had a pretty strong opinion before we went out on another dinner.
Hey, at this
Too
point,
much, Brad.
I would
That's
love
too
to
much.
ask you guys if you'll go on a second date. Brad, would you like to? Brad, would you like to go out with?
Absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely not.
no's everywhere. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for being honest with us, Brad. I appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever.
Alicia, are you still there? No.
All
All right. Gone again. Well, hey, I look forward to, I don't know, she's going to show up in another segment,
she's your new best
trying
friend.
to clear the air somewhere else. Hey, you know what? Maybe she'd be a good phone tap.
No.
Oh, yeah.
She'd be pissed right away. I know that.
Her reaction
That's a good
would be
idea.
classic.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says the only reason Alicia is all riled up is because of what you guys did to her.
What?
Leave her alone. Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you missed the second date update today, Alicia was in it. If you don't know who Alicia is, well, she's been on the show 3 times now. It started when she wanted some advice, sort of. Her friends basically pressured her to call into the show and ask us if she should tell her husband that she was going out with her ex-boyfriend. She's been married for 2.5 years, hasn't talked to the dude in forever. Their first date spot was where the guy set up dinner for them to meet. He even asked her to wear a dress that she wore when they used to date. Yeah. And she did all that and didn't tell her husband about it. Then her husband heard that and wanted to call her in an awkward Tuesday phone call.
Man.
He did that. She lied to his face, went out with the dude, and then she says that we edited it and made her look bad. It's really hard to edit her just yelling at us and calling us a-holes. We didn't do that. That was her voice. There's no way for us to edit it that way. And she just did a second date update with the guy she went out with to prove that she wasn't a liar and she didn't hook up with him because now her husband was skeptical. And she just basically yelled at us and hung up on us again.
She just like
Alicia's my new favorite
She
person.
doesn't get what she wants. She just freaks out. Like that's it.
Well, she just wants validation that she's right. That's the only thing that woman wants.
I think she got it.
you
I think
know.
she got it. It will be online shortly on the website, moving925.com. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show. We'll call the person who didn't call you back.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today feels like he wasn't on his A game when he went on the date with the girl we're about to call. Her name's Abby, right, Scott?
Yep, Abby, yes.
How you doing? Thanks for emailing the show.
For sure. I really appreciate you guys hearing me out on this. Thank you.
I read your email. I like how you initially got her number and got your dinner date. Why don't you tell everybody how you did that? That's pretty smooth.
I appreciate that. So, I'm a busy guy, so sometimes I only have a little bit of time for lunch, so I ran down to one of the lunch trucks, and I noticed a cute girl behind me on the line. And I was trying to figure out when the line was moving forward, like, oh, man, what can I say to this girl? Like, how can I initiate this conversation? So I turned around to her, and I blatantly lied to her. Actually, I said, hey, I've never been to this lunch truck before. Do you have any recommendations?
That's a good idea. Now,
That's A-game material right there.
But when you do that, you got to make sure you've
never been there before, or they're not going to recognize you. So you're like, oh, dude, I've never been here. What's good? And then you walk up to the front. They're like, hey, Scott, how you been?
You're regular for you?
Yeah. Just get you the usual.
I'm assuming that didn't happen, right, Scott?
It didn't, fortunately. It didn't.
Yeah.
So basically, we started talking. I made her laugh a couple times. She made me laugh. I was like, oh, this girl's pretty cool. So, I get my sandwich, and we go over to the side, and I wait for her to get hers, and then as she's walking over, I say, hey, Abby, I really appreciate the lunch recommendation. Since you gave me a recommendation, I actually wanted to give you a dinner recommendation.
Oh, I see. Look at that segue.
See, that's what I was talking about. That's the part that I like.
That is smooth,
You gave me a lunch recommendation. I'm going to give you a recommendation. You come hang out with Scotty Boy for dinner.
5 stars on Yelp.
So she liked it, obviously.
She did, yeah. She shook her head, but
yeah.
she thought it was cute. So,
then where did you guys go to dinner?
We just went to a spot downtown. It's this little sushi spot that I know about, and it was awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt off.
Well, that's what your email said, that you weren't on your A game. What does that mean? What is your A game?
I hadn't worked out that day, and so I felt a little bit off physically, like I wasn't in it, like I wasn't showcasing the full me.
Do you mean like you were tired and just kind of off mentally because you hadn't worked out, or are you talking about like your biceps weren't bulging from the pump from the gym before?
I mean, probably a little column A, a little column B,
One reason or the other. Did she notice that anything was off?
I don't think so. It's not like it was like leaving the conversation to go cry for a minute and come back.
But
Sounds like it.
She's also not calling you back, so she might have noticed.
No, I mean, I pride myself kind of on being a witty guy, and I just didn't feel like I was on it. I just didn't feel like I was sharp that night.
How much did you bring up your workout regimen and your muscles? Because in our conversations, it's come up a lot.
Well, I mean, I feel like it directly affects a lot of parts about me, I mean, I probably brought it up a little bit. It's a part of my life. It's something that I pride myself on. So,
anything that was notably awkward, or anything that you said where you noticed a weird reaction from her? Or...
I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. It's funny because, we go for a walk, we look at the stars, and it'd be that moment where you'd, look at each other. And I was like, normally I'd go in and, try to get that kiss, but, it's just so, I just felt, deflated. It was really weird. So, I'm sure there were some times where she was kind of like, oh, what's going on with this guy?
Was it that tension? It's like, okay, now's your opportunity to kiss her, but you kept passing on that?
Totally, yeah. I didn't understand it.
That's the worst.
That is.
Do you think that you guys just don't have chemistry, maybe? I mean, are you trying to make something that's not there?
I'm thinking about her. The fact that I wrote this, I wrote to you guys because, I like her. I wouldn't write to you guys for anybody. So I think it was just me. I was off. Like I said, I just got to make sure I get my workout in. So I'm really feeling on point.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
Sent her a couple of text messages, and she responds to them, but it takes a long time to respond.
Okay.
Normally if you're excited about something, you respond quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just text. I didn't try to call her or anything like that. I didn't want to weird her out.
Have you actually asked her out again, or are you just trying to make conversation and you notice that she's being a little slow?
Yeah, I would say more the latter. Because I haven't gotten that green light that she's enjoying talking to me or anything.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update. Okay.
All right. That's fine. Thanks again, guys.
All right, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Scott, I want to let you know during that song, I was able to slam a protein shake, so I'm on my A game. This second part of your second date update is going to go great. I can feel it.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, no problem, bro. If anybody's tuning in right now, Scott is on the phone with us. He went out with a girl named Abby. Feels like he wasn't on his A game during the date because he didn't work out earlier in the day. And there's nothing really glaring that happened during your date that you can think of, Scott. You just felt kind of awkward about the whole thing?
Yeah, just a little awkward. Yeah, just a little off. I don't know what's going on with me.
I will say, I think it takes a big man to admit that he wasn't on his A game. Most people call in, they were like, I did everything perfect. I don't know what went wrong.
But Scott hasn't even directly asked Abby out yet. You just aren't getting the right vibe.
Yeah, exactly. You guys know how that feeling is.
All right.
I do.
Well,
we're gonna play,
there it is.
We're going to give her a call right now, Scott. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, man.
Hello?
Hi, is Abby there?
This is her.
Abby, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm sorry?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on the radio station Moving 92.5.
Okay.
Abby, I'm calling you because you recently went out with a friend of the show. His name is Scott.
Okay.
And Scott really liked you and enjoyed your date, but he's kind of getting a really weird vibe from you that you don't want to see him again.
He's getting a weird vibe from me?
Yeah. Should it be the other way around?
I mean, I don't want to, throw anybody under the bus or anything, but I don't think I'm the one that's being weird.
You think that Scott is weird?
Honestly, I don't know him, so I can't say that, but...
Abby, I talked to Scott about the night you went out, because I was asking him about your date, and he says he feels like he wasn't on his A game. Did he seem kind of off to you?
I mean, that's what he said to me that night, so...
He told you that he wasn't on his A game?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of a weird thing to say.
Well, at least he was being honest, but how do you go from, being off to being weird? Those are two totally different things.
There's this one moment that I went into the bathroom, and, I was gone for a couple minutes, and I came back, and he wasn't facing the bathroom, so his back was towards me. And I was getting closer to the table, and I saw that he was kind of, moving his head up and down. And I kind of thought that was weird, and I went up to him, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I missed my workout, so I'm just getting in some butt clenches.
What? Some butt clutches at the table?
Oh, Abby, are you sure he wasn't joking?
He had
That's
to
so ridiculous.
Amazing.
He had to have been joking with you, Abby.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought that he was joking, so I laughed.
So he's basically working out while you're at dinner.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird, Abby.
I mean, he's got a pretty solid body. I got to say that. He's a very attractive guy. And obviously that was one of the things that he kept wanting to talk to me about it. I eat healthy. I try to go for walks, or I'll go for hikes with my girlfriends and stuff. And there was one point where he asked me, he was like, oh, what gym do you go to? And I told him I didn't go to a gym. And he started asking more questions, like, why? What's so bad about working out? And I was like, it's just not my thing. I've never been into going to the gym. And he literally goes, look, sweat dries, blood clots, bones heal, suck it up, princess.
What?
Say that again. What did he say?
Sweat dries, blood clots, bones heal, suck it up, princess.
Oh, my gosh.
So he's basically like, get in the gym. Quit being a crybaby.
That's awful. And so condescending.
What would you say to Scott if you could talk to him right now?
I would say don't be a douchebag.
Simple. That's to the point.
Okay?
I like that.
Scott.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Oh, gosh.
Abby, I should probably let you know that Scott's on the phone and just heard what you said.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything.
Oh, that sounded like a wounded little puppy.
Say hi to Scott, Abby.
Hey.
So that's how you feel about me, huh? That I'm a douche. That's it?
Oh, my God. This is so awkward. I didn't say douche. I don't think I called you a douche.
Yeah, you did.
Well, let me clarify. You didn't call me a douchebag. You just called me a douche.
Yeah, there was no bag in it.
Yeah, douchebag light.
Scott,
you were working out at the table.
Yeah, were you actually doing that, Scott? That's kind of weird, man.
I was. I wasn't even thinking about when she went to the bathroom and I was doing those. To get a couple butt clench reps in.
Those are real.
She came and tapped me and told me, like, hey, what are you doing? And I immediately was like, oh, shoot. It's kind of blew my cover, so I just told her what was going on. Any other reason for me to be clenching my butt over and over again was probably worse.
Yeah, that's true. The workout thing's forgivable. What about princess?
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody should work out. It's not just a you thing. It's like an everybody thing. Everybody needs to, feel that exhilaration. You know what I mean? Like it just really kind of sets you off every day. So, I want that for you. And when I hear that you don't want that for yourself, I'm thinking, here's a girl who wants to be pampered and all right, what am I, feed you grapes?
You didn't pamper me though. You wouldn't even let me order anything that I wanted to order.
Wait, he was stopping you from ordering food?
Yes.
What?
I tried to get the spicy tuna roll thingy, and you were like, oh, it's fried. You shouldn't eat fried food, so straight to your waist.
Oh, right.
Oh, my God.
It was just a suggestion. I didn't tell you had to do it. I'm not going to walk your hand through life.
It wasn't a suggestion. You specifically said, I'm not going to pay for this and contribute to obesity in America.
Scott.
Abby, how are you
If you're
still
going-
at the table?
You know what? No, I don't even appreciate this. She's blowing this up. She's getting all smoke because she's on the radio and people are laughing at her right now. There's no way I was this bad.
Abby, would you like to go out with Scott again? We will pay for a second date. We'll make sure it's on his cheat day where you can order whatever you want, and we'll tell him to make sure he goes to the gym beforehand so he's not doing exercises at the table.
I just can't in my right mind say yes to another date with him.
Thank God.
Oh, man.
He was awful.
I'm just not into that type of person, you know? I'm not into that lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, that healthy lifestyle? Yeah, well, have fun living till you're 52.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You can find anything at Target. You can get towels, toiletry, groceries. You can find sad, dejected boyfriends
Yes.
following around their girlfriends on a Sunday afternoon.
Just defeated.
Hungover, wishing a Mack truck would drive through the wall and run them over and just end their misery. But enough about my experiences at Target.
Yeah.
You can also find a date at Target if you know how to look, and that's exactly what happened to today's second dater, Amanda, who is on the phone. Hey, Amanda, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm good.
What's up? So, how does one find a date at Target?
Actually, I wasn't expecting anything. I was in the cleaning supply section, and this guy just kind of came up to me, and he kind of used like, "Oh, what kind of cleaning products do you use?" kind of line.
That always gets me going.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey.
Man.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Ooh, you throw some Simple Green on me?
Uh-oh.
Hello. So you guys bonded over cleaning supplies.
Pretty much. I mean, he came up to me and was asking me what kind of cleaning products do I use for my kitchen.
How?
And that was it,
I
huh?
was like, okay, this is a pickup line, but I'll go with it because he was cute.
Oh, so it was obvious that he was just trying to make conversation.
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
who comes to the cleaning section and starts asking people what kind of products they use?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he had a real dilemma. Generic brand name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't know if maybe the two of you just thought it was so sexy to be talking about cleaning supplies that you had to go out.
How quickly did he move from cleaning supplies to let's go out on a date? Because that's got to be somewhat of an awkward transition.
No, I mean, we were talking for about maybe like 10, 15 minutes. And he's like, hey, do you want to grab some coffee? Which then coffee led into drinks. And I was like, yeah, it was actually, he was pretty smooth about it. I wasn't really awkward at all.
You get hit on a lot when you're out? Is this a normal thing for you, or
No,
was it?
I mean, sometimes I get catcalled, but, I don't get picked up at like Target or stores while I'm shopping.
So this was a new experience for you. If I were shopping at Target and somebody just came up and started hitting on me, I think it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do on your date?
We went to this cafe, and we were going to have coffee, but then we both got hungry after we were chatting for a while, so we ended up going to a restaurant, having dinner, so it ended up being like a long, nice evening.
Wow.
Which is usually a great sign if things just keep continuing. What was the best part of it for you?
I just think we were laughing a lot. We had a lot in common. We both love outdoor sports, and everything went well till the end of the date, which was just awkward.
Until the end of the date.
Oh, man.
We spent like 4 or 5 hours together, which is a really long date. Had great conversation. We're laughing. And then in the end, I kind of thought he would go in for the kiss, and instead, he stuck his hand out and shook my hand.
Oh,
That's
He hand shook you?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A guy handshaking a girl is very unusual.
Awkward.
How did that whole thing, explain to me how that happened? Because there are those times where you'll go to hug someone, but then you think they might want to shake, so you kind of do like a half shake and then half hug, and it's all messed up.
Yeah.
But was it like that, or he literally was making an effort to handshake you and not hug you?
I almost stepped in for a hug, and he immediately took his hand out, so I kind of pulled back, and then I stuck my hand out and shook his hand. But this is what's weird. He saw me at Target, so I know he's not gay.
Yeah.
He picked me up. He asked me out. So he knows what I look like. It's not like we were online dating. He had no idea. So
Yeah.
I just don't know what went wrong at the end of the day.
Well, after the handshake, did you guys make any plans to go out again, or did you drop hints at least?
He said, yeah, I'll call you. Let's go for a hike. And I was like, okay, sounds great.
So he even suggested the activity of going for a hike after handshake.
Right.
Weird.
Were you giving him weird signals, like maybe you weren't being very obvious that you were interested in him?
Well, no, I didn't pick up on any weird signs, and I didn't give him any bad signs. So I didn't feel that I did anything wrong, or I may have led him in the wrong direction. I just was confused.
Okay, so nothing weird happened on your date. Everything was perfectly normal, like you said. You guys were laughing,
Yeah.
hanging out, and then at the end of it, you try to go in for a hug, and he just sticks out his hand and shakes your hand. And
Shook it, Yeah.
Don't write him off because of that, Amanda. He could have been nervous. He could not kiss on the first date. I mean,
but at least give me a hug.
I know, but you found a guy that cleans. Don't give up on him.
Yeah, the sexiest thing ever.
Well, I have given up on hope. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since he called me, and the last thing I remember is a handshake. So.
Okay, so that was going to be my next question. It's been 2 weeks since you went out with this guy.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard a single word after your handshake.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, get him on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
Hang on.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, Amanda, I don't want you to feel bad that your date ended in a handshake. Because, I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of cultures, a handshake is even more intimate than sex. Okay, I don't know exactly what cultures that exist in, but
devout religious ones.
I just made it up right now, and it sounded good to me. So don't feel bad that the guy you want us to call today ended your date by shaking your hand and not giving you a hug or a kiss.
Okay.
If you're just tuning into the second date update, Amanda wants us to call this guy named Danny. They met at Target. He hit on her. They went out, had a good time. She can't think of anything that went wrong on the date, but it did end with him giving her a handshake. Did it seem like he didn't want to touch you, or did it seem like a handshake was just normal for him to do?
I feel like he didn't want to touch me.
You feel like he didn't want to touch you? Okay.
But he offered the hiking after that. That's what the mixed messages have to be so confusing for you.
Yeah, it is. I just think maybe he had a personal issue that I don't know about, and I'm trying not to get personal.
Maybe he's like a germaphobe.
That's
He could
true.
be. You met him in the cleaning section at Target. That's a legit, that's actually a good theory. I just surprised myself with that. That might actually work. All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone, and hopefully find out what went wrong on your date and why he's not calling you back, okay? All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Danny.
Yeah, this is Danny.
Danny, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Good.
I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they gave us your phone number and asked us to call you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Amanda. She emailed us and told us about how you picked her up at a Target. She thought that was a really cute move, by the way, and told us a little bit about your date, said that she really liked you, but I guess it's been like 2 weeks now, and you're not returning her phone calls.
Uh-huh.
Would you mind maybe giving us some insight into why it's been 2 weeks and you haven't called Amanda back?
I guess I just can't see myself being in a relationship with her, and that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Is it because of something she did on the date, something she said?
I mean, I didn't get to know her really well, but she was kind of gross on our date.
How is she
gross?
How is she gross?
Just her manners. I'm not sure really like how she was raised, and it was kind of shocking to me.
Wow, I'm very curious now, Danny. Because according to her, your date was perfectly normal. She didn't do anything weird. The thing that she did say was strange about your date was how you shook her hand at the end. Is that why you shook her hand? Because you thought she was gross?
Yeah, I needed an exit.
Can you give me one specific thing?
Yeah.
Was she sloppy when she was eating her food? She not put her napkin on her lap? What specifically made you think that she's nasty?
Well, it was going fine, and like halfway through the meal, she grabbed my hand and she leaned over into my ear and whispered, "I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I have to honk out a dirt snake."
No, she did not say that on the first date. Are you kidding me?
You're lying about that, Danny.
That could not be real.
I swear to God.
And she
What was that term again? What was that term again?
Oh, man. She said I have to honk out a dirt snake.
Was she being funny, or was like this a legit?
That's what I thought. I thought she was making a joke, and I just said, "Are you serious?" She just said, "No, really, I have to go download a brown load. I'll be back in a few minutes."
Stop it!
she had to have been joking then.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on, man. Like,
I don't know one girl that would do that seriously.
she had to have been joking with you, Danny.
She was not. She left. She was gone for a few minutes. I mean, at the time, I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. That's how serious she was being.
What did she say when she got back to the table? Like, she had to have had a smile or been laughing.
Yeah, she had a smile, and she patted her belly, and she said, it looks like someone dropped the kids off at the pool.
With it.
She's so good.
Oh, my gosh. Was your face red?
I didn't know what to say, and she just jumped right back into her meal. And after a few minutes, she noticed, and she thought I didn't like it. She asked me if I didn't like the food, and I said, I just pretended I was feeling sick.
I would have been so grossed out. Like, I've been with my girlfriend like a year and a half now, and I don't even know that she does that still.
Oh my God.
And I don't ever plan on knowing that she does that. So, all right, Danny, I can understand why that would be a turnoff for you.
Yeah, that's why I shook her hand. I needed to get out of there.
All right. Danny, thank you very much for being honest. I'm sorry you had to endure that date.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm sorry, too, I guess. Is that all that you guys needed today, or?
Yeah, that's just about everything. I'll let her know. Actually, why don't you let her know what the problem was on the date? Because she's actually listening and on the other line right now.
Oh.
Amanda, did you actually say those things, or is he over-exaggerating?
Yeah, I said those things.
You did?
Amanda! What?
Why?
Women do go to the bathroom, and I like to joke around a lot, and I said it in a joking manner, and I was going to be honest with him, you know?
Okay, so the lines that you used, those were jokes, but you really did have to do what you said you were doing?
Yes.
Oh,
there's truth in every joke, Jubal.
But I don't know why you're being such a stickler about it. I mean, don't you go to the bathroom?
Yes, I do, but I don't tell people like that. I mean, you could have just said, I'm going to go to the restroom, or powder your nose, or whatever.
Yeah, say that.
But it wasn't a joke. I had to
Amanda!
Dude, I give it up to you, girl.
Amanda, you don't care at all, huh?
I mean, honestly, would you rather me at the table be like, hey, I got to go
No, I don't think that's what Danny's saying.
No, you could have said, I have to go to the bathroom. To say it that way is if, like, I'm your brother and we're hanging out, you know.
Well, I'm just descriptive. I'm a joking kind of person, and I'm descriptive, and so I have fun.
I will say, I wish I had a little bit more Amanda in me, because I haven't even talked about poop with my husband, and we've been married.
Everyone, guys, be open-minded. Everybody does it. It's a part of our human biological, systems. Like, we all go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but we stopped talking like that when we turned 14.
Amanda, you're telling me no other guy you've dated before has had a problem with this?
No, my last boyfriend, he used to come out of the bathroom and we'd high-five.
Are you serious?
I bet we're going to get a ton of people on the text board who want to go out with you for this reason alone,
Probably.
Amanda. I mean, you're blunt and you're open.
Yeah, I'm honest, guys.
Yeah, I guess you're honest. I just, it's a first date. I mean, when you go out on a first date, you're supposed to, be a little more careful with what you say.
But shouldn't you know me for me? Why should I be hiding things?
Danny, you were attracted to her at one point. Couldn't you see the humor in it?
I mean, she whispered in my ear, dirt snake.
All right. Good point.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I would love to ask if you'll go on a second date with Amanda. We will pay for it.
I guess I can see where she's coming from, and it's great that she's so comfortable with herself, but I honestly can't stop thinking about dirt snake.
Okay, so, Amanda.
Listen, that's just me being who I am, and if he's not comfortable with it, then we're just not compatible.
Amanda, I really enjoyed meeting you, kind of, and, good luck.
Oh.
All right, no second date, Amanda. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not sorry, guys. I'm not.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thank you for letting us all today learn a new phrase in the second date update.
Seriously.
Download a brown load will now be in my vernacular permanently.
Right,
Thank
and you guys will laugh about it later on.
Yes, we will, Amanda. Man. Today's second date update has opened up the floodgates on our text message board at 78592. Texts in like this one. My wife sat on my lap and farted on me on our first date. It was love at first fart. We've been together for 6 years. We crap in front of each other all the time. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. Why are we getting texts like that? Well, because this girl named Amanda wanted to call this dude named Danny and find out why he wasn't calling her back after their date. She couldn't think of any reason why he wouldn't. Everything went great, except at the end of the night, he gave her a handshake. We called Danny, got him on the phone. Turns out that Amanda is very open with her bodily functions and even uses creative verbiage when telling you that she has to go to the bathroom. Things like on a first date, mind you, leaning over to the table going, hey, I'll be back. I got to go download a Brownlow. Just joking around with the guy about taking a number 2, and most people are not comfortable with that. I am one of those people. I've been with my girlfriend about a year and a half now. Don't even know that she does it.
She doesn't. Don't worry, Jubal. She doesn't.
Never know that. I don't even really like knowing when my friends are going to do it. I just go ahead and take care of that business
There's
yourself.
a lot of people on the text board that are cool with it, though, that they say they would go out
No,
with
that's
her.
so many people.
Yeah.
Like, where is she? I'm ready for this girl to be my wife at 78592.
You guys realize she might talk about her time of the month with the same
but she's
freedom.
funny.
Are you excited
She's
for that?
Funny.
It's
she's got
funny.
a sense of humor, and
Is that
some
a sense of
people
humor?
like that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny,
I can't do
like
it,
the
but
first
good for
couple
her.
times, but imagine being on her 5 years from now. You've been dating for 5 years, okay? After 5 years, nobody's attracted to each other anyway. And then you have to sit there and listen to her continue to make these jokes. You're just like, okay, it's got to stop at some point. Another text in at 78592. This chick is amazing. She's funny, open, hot enough to pick up. This guy is a total tool.
Yeah,
Another one that
I see it.
I bet she's as dirty in bed as her dirty mouth.
I
All right,
don't think
but
you want
listen.
that kind of dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a different kind of dirty.
It might be bad. But everybody texting in at 78592, there's not a lot of people that are ripping her for being so open about having to take a
This
Tuesday
is the
in the middle of her date.
second date that I've ever been scarred. Like, I will never, ever forget the term
It's definitely not the first one I've been scarred, but yeah,
That's
that's
so funny.
I still wish I was more like her. I mean, the first time I farted in front of my husband was one of the most embarrassing moments.
You
of my
told
life.
us you like eat on the toilet and keep the door open and talk to each
Yeah,
other.
but that's only with peeing, Lydia. Peeing is not gross.
But you still keep the door open and have chats with
You're
each other.
still sitting on the toilet eating food talking to your husband, no matter what you're
So
doing.
don't worry, you're like her.
Yeah,
You guys-
you're fine.
Yeah.
You're exactly like this girl. Actually, you're probably
Closed.
worse.
Stay more closed, actually. That'd be more open.
You just wait. That is love right there, is what that is.
I don't know. I never want to be in love with him, that's for sure.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second dater almost had a date that didn't even happen. Either that or she planned a date with somebody who's as good at organizing things as I am.
Oh.
Angela, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Pretty good. So you planned a date with a guy named John, but you almost didn't even go out. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we met through friends. And we had texted for a while, and finally, kind of spontaneously one night, he was like, do you want to meet at Romeo's for pizza? And I was like, yeah, totally. See you there. You know, we set a time. And I showed up, and he's not there. And I'm waiting and waiting, and I'm like, okay, I'm totally getting stood up right now. This is really weird.
Did you text him when you were waiting?
So I pick up the phone to see where he is, and I get a call from him, and he's like, where are you? And I was like, I'm at the restaurant. And he was like, no, I'm at the restaurant. You're not here. And then there was some confusion, but it turned out we'd gone to totally different Romeos on like really opposite sides of town. So like we were like 40 minutes away from each other.
How romantic is that? You guys are getting pizza on different parts of
But I
the...
was at least happy that I wasn't getting stood up, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So you ended up meeting up with them eventually.
Well, he was like, why don't I just pick up a pizza and we can meet at my place and rent a movie and like whatever, because it was like halfway between where we both were.
So did you think whatever at that point, or did you think, oh, this guy's being a little forward?
At that point, it was kind of like, no, let's do the easiest thing possible.
Okay.
So we did. We got a pizza. We watched a movie. It was really, really fun. And like, you know, one thing led to another, and then I spent the night and in the morning. It was really great. I thought really fun and not weird.
Do you think that he mixed up the restaurants on purpose? Like he was like, hey, here's a good way to get her back to my house. Just be like, oh, I went to the wrong one. You know what we should do? We should just bring the party back to my house then. Kind of weird to make you drive all the way to where I'm at or me come all the way there.
I mean, it's kind of elaborate, but I don't know.
We wouldn't put it past him?
I guess I don't even really know. I don't know him that well. So who knows? Maybe.
Stuff like that sounds crazy, but we've heard a lot more elaborate schemes on these second date updates to get girls in bed.
I really hope it's not the case. I mean, I'm mostly worried that it was something that I did, like when I was at his house.
Well, so what was it like the next day when you woke up? Did he seem still interested in you, or was it like, hey, get out of here?
No, it was a work day. I left for work. It was totally just like, okay, that was cool. See ya.
Mm-hmm.
And he also, he texted, let's do it again. So I was like, okay, cool. I've got this encouragement. We're going to hang out again. But I've been trying to sort of set something up ever since, and he's just not responding.
Nothing. How many times have you tried, bug him about going out again?
I sent 3 texts with, suggestions for things to do, and I'm like, okay, now I'm stopping, because I need to take the hint, or I don't know what's going on.
Do you know if he was looking to date someone, or if he was just looking for a fun night?
I don't know. I have no idea. We didn't really get that far. We were just hanging out.
We didn't get that far, but we did it. But we didn't really get that far into it.
Are you looking for a serious commitment conversation?
All right. Well, we're gonna play a song. Come back, call him, and get your second date update. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know what, Angela? I want to apologize to you.
Why?
I think that maybe all of us in studio have been so jaded by all the second date updates that we've heard that we just assume this guy had an elaborate plan to get you back to his place.
I know. Since you said it, though, I've been feeling super paranoid.
I know. All right.
Now that you put the idea in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what if this was a crazy elaborate thing?
Now, you went to meet John at a pizza place, but he said he showed up at the other one across town and then said, come back to my place, we'll just get pizza over here, and that's where you met him. But we've had guys take girls to plant trees.
Oh gosh, the tree
first
guy.
date tree. Remember that? And he would take the tree and return it back to the store when he was done or whatever. So there are guys that go out of their way just to get girls back to their place.
I really hope it's not true because, I like him. He's cool, but...
Okay, if that's not true, Angela, then what do you think possibly could have gone wrong, and why is he blowing you off?
I mean, obviously the first thing I think, which every girl would, is I did something wrong, or
I don't
something weird,
think
or
that.
maybe I had giant boogers when I woke up in the morning, or I don't know, anything.
Dude, yeah, the morning after look is always a hard one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna call him right now. You ready to go?
I guess.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to John, please?
Speaking.
What's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How you doing?
Sorry? Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. We host a morning show.
Okay.
I'm calling you because one of our listeners recently went out on a date with you and really liked you and is wondering why you're not getting back to her. We're calling on behalf of a girl named Angela. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, Angela just has a simple question why aren't you calling her back?
No, Angela's really, really awesome. It's just not going to happen.
All right. Is there a specific reason?
It's just too weird. It can't happen.
Too weird?
Can I ask you a question? I have a theory that, because she said that when you were supposed to meet at a Romeo's Pizza place. She showed up at one in a different part of town. You showed up at the other area and then agreed to go back to your place. My theory is that you planned that whole thing so you get her back to your place.
Oh, actually, that would be really smart. No, I didn't do that.
I was just hoping I was right.
That would have been a good move.
So what is it, though? Come on. I mean, she wants to know the answer. She wants to know if she did something wrong. She feels right now kind of stupid.
Here's the thing. I didn't notice it at first at all, and that makes me stupid, not her. But she is scarily like my ex-girlfriend.
terrifyingly like my ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
As the night went on, it just got more and more just weird, just freaking weird. And they look alike, which I didn't notice.
When did you notice this? Did you notice it before or after she stayed the night?
Well, it was all during, and it just became more and more like, I don't know, can I even talk about this on the radio when we were in the middle of things? She started calling me Johnny, which nobody calls me Johnny except for my ex.
Oh,
nobody.
no.
Everything that she did, even in the bedroom, reminded you of your ex.
Then at the end of everything, she goes, which, again, my ex, the only person who does this.
No, that is not the only person that does that. Come on, John.
I have never, ever dated another woman who did that.
Who
ever.
sighed?
Yeah, I feel like there's a...
Like immediately
I
afterwards,
don't want.
sighed
I can't
exactly
listen
like
to
that.
this. I have to say something.
Hey, John. Angela's actually on the phone right now.
What?
Yep, Angela is on the phone. Angela, go ahead and say hi to John.
Hi, John.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really glad to be hearing all this because I've been sitting here thinking like there's something I did, but these are like really silly reasons not to call me back. This is like I hear you that like you have a type and that's maybe like weird to you, but like that's not such a big deal. Who cares? Like,
This is the only time this has ever been said that it was totally meant. It's not you, it's me. Because if and when you ever meet my ex, it's going to creep you out. If I introduce you to my friends and my family, they are going to think that I'm dating the same girl. Like, they're going to think that I got you made in a lab or something. They're going to be freaked out.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I believe that if they got to know me, they would all see that I'm different.
Did they like your ex-girlfriend, John?
No, because she was the devil.
Oh, all right. So, Angela, you're the devil, is what John's telling you.
The spawn of his ex-girlfriend.
I mean, I don't really feel like, we could ever possibly be exactly the same person because that's impossible. And, like, you don't really know me that well, so right now you're probably just projecting your ex stuff onto me. And, like, you should take the opportunity to at least get to know me a little better before you say that I'm exactly like her.
Angela, I've been in John's position before where you've been out with a girl and, like, her mannerisms and stuff, it just reminds you too much of that girl, and you're just like, I do not want to go down this road again because I know how it ends.
It's like what she's saying is totally valid, and I kind of agree with her. But the thing is, it's like I don't want to take any of the baggage, which is a lot of baggage, from my last relationship into another relationship just because she happens to remind me. Like, that's just wrong. I would feel
But
bad
isn't it
about
sort
that.
of dumb to, like, miss out on maybe getting along with someone really well because of
It is totally dumb, but I don't know how to get around it.
Well, all right, how about this? John, why don't you go out on a second date with her? We will pay for it. And you can see if you can get over the fact that she is basically your ex-girlfriend in a different body.
And maybe
I'll wear a wig and change my voice.
Don't change yourself,
will you go
Angela.
Will you go out on a second date with her, John?
Oh my God! If she got a haircut and dyed her hair, I would be all for that.
Oh, that's messed up.
Okay, Angela, we'll call a salon, get you all changed up, and then send you out on a date with
I
John.
want him to see I'm a different person inside.
All right. Will you do it, John? Will you go out with her again?
Come on, maybe the second time you guys hang out, there won't be as many similarities. Maybe it was just because you've been thinking about your ex a lot at the time.
All right, but we can't go to a comedy because I can't hear her laugh at comedy for the next couple of dates.
I will be dreadfully serious.
All right. You'll do it, John.
I'll do it.
Yeah! All right. Nice. Woo-hoo-hoo. Angela, there you go. You got your second date.
Thanks, guys.
That is so something his ex would have said right there. God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.